And Happy New Year. It's Zippity Doodad and
Nicole.
What's going on, guys? If you're watching this on the replay, be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Today, I'm very excited because this has been an awesome year. I'm so excited for 2020 to come, but 2019 was an amazing year. It was a year to remember. We had so much fun. There was so many memories. There was so many things accomplished that I can't even describe. I wrote down some bullet points, so hopefully I hit everything and not bore you too much. But real quick, I want to thank Dean over at the Live Place. Dean, all year long, has hosted our channel. Dean's an amazing guy. Go check him out at theliveplace.com and Dream His Empire on YouTube. And my brothers, my chosen family, the Disney crew. We got Steve from Steve's World, Brandy and Dave, and the Shep family. Those guys are so amazing. Also, I want to shout out my partner channel, MickeysMagic Meg. She goes live on Mondays at 9 o'clock with Magical Mondays. She was going to jump on along with these. I'm going to have this and that guys on a little bit after I talk about our recap. But I moved it up 2 hours just because it's New Year's Eve. We have a few things that popped up that we're going to end up doing. So, but I wanted to come on here and thank all of you. This community has been amazing. I'm going to get to all that and talk about Disney. We were lucky enough to go 4 times to Disney this year.
You went 4 times.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to go 4 times this year, and you 3. You went 3 times. And YouTube started for me this year, and so did Disney. I'm not going to talk about Disney too much. I'm obviously going to talk about the guys, but tomorrow night we're gonna talk about our wonderful year with Disney with the crew. So before we get started, I'm going to go through the chat, and I have a few more Christmas cards I wanted to read, which you guys were truly amazing on that as well. Real quick, Nicole C., thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Steve, what's up, brother?
Hi, Steve.
Steve's amazing. We just got a huge box from Steve for PJ because when he was here on his last trip, the box didn't arrive in time for PJ's Christmas gifts, and he went above and beyond, and PJ was just ecstatic.
That was so kind of you. Thank you, Steve.
Steve, you're an unbelievable guy, and we can't thank you enough. And PJ's so happy, and we might try to get PJ up here away from his video games. But thanks, Steve. You're the man. Pearl Manhattan, Jimmy Timpany.
Hi, Jimmy.
Cousin Jimmy's here. What's up, Jimmy? Kate Schuster. Stacy Rogers, Samantha Lowe. What's up, Samantha?
Hey, Samantha.
Kenzie Days, what's going on?
Hi, Kenzie.
Whoop, it just jumped real quick. Sorry. Jacob Hagney. Disney Nerd Herders, what's going on? Charlie, Russ Stapleton. Twanya. No, it's got a W. Tanya with the W. I'm the worst at pronunciation. Team Marie Photography, what's going on? And the Orlando guy,
Christine.
What's Christine? Oh, Christine Hickman's here. Pam, what's up, cuz?
Hi, Pam.
Stevie Lee, and I'm gonna try to Jonathan Chung, what's going on? I'm gonna try to get to this to be really on top of this chat today. But why I see the Orlando guy in here real quick? Just wanted to show. I got this in the mail from him. God. Yeah, I know. I just opened it. You didn't even see it yet. He's fairly new to this community, and he's got a great channel. So. I won this on a trivia question that he had about what terminal was the Magical Express, what level and what terminal, and we could do a blindfolded. It's Terminal B, level 1, and I was lucky enough to win that. And it's a huge mug because I always use these, so you can see the size in it. So I'm definitely going to be using that all the time. Thank you so much to the Orlando guy. Who else just popped in here? Brandy and Dave. Yes, Dave, it is Zippity
Jim,
Dad.
for more sunshine, please.
Jim, for more sunshine, please. And Jim, if you're going live at 7:30, please let everyone know. And that's another thing. So Tuesdays is going to be my set time and channel at 6:30, from 6:30 to 7:30 going forward. Next week we will be lucky enough to be in Disney again. So I try to do like a quick live stream. I'm not going to go live a lot in Disney this trip. I'm going to do a lot of vlogging. I have a lot of things I want to accomplish this trip. But I'll probably be going live. And then the following week, that Tuesday, starting on the 14th at 6:30. Every week, guys. Come here. Zippity Doodad. Dances with Goofies, what's going on? Laurie French. Yay for the mug. Timothy Rainwaters. What's going on, guys? So yeah, I got a quick few more cards here. I just want to I didn't want to go without acknowledging them because you guys were so extremely thoughtful this year, and these cards are just, they mean the world to us. We love getting Christmas cards, and I love going to the post office and seeing the PO box with something. So this one was from the Lynn Project. It says Merry Christmas. The Zippity Doodad family, hope the beauty of the season brings special joy to you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, the Lynn Project. So it's a nice card and an awesome sticker, which we will be putting up here. I might have to get a new one because this is ripping a little bit. I might have to make a new one, but that sticker is so great. We love stickers. We love postcards and Christmas cards. This is so great.
Welcome, Shelly.
Thank you. Yeah, you'll be good to stay on top of this.
I'm trying. I'm learning.
Amy from AGC Magic TV. What's going on?
Hi, Amy.
This our dream. Thank you guys for all being here. This next one was from Mouse Talk. This was so awesome right there. Let It Snow.
That's homemade.
Is it?
Yes, that's so.
This is so great.
Wow.
Patrick, Nicole, and PJ sending a little Christmas magic your way. Merry Christmas from Walt and Melissa. And I know they took a little bit of a break. They were doing Vlogmas, but they will be back on Tuesdays at 8 o'clock as well. So thank you, Walt and Melissa.
Thanks,
and
guys.
They're part of my recap. So I have a lot of people in my recap.
Hi, Brandy and Dave.
What's going on? Who was this from? This was from Sarah. I don't want to say her last name because she's in the chat as Sarah4382. And it says, Zip, Nicole, and PJ, may the hope of Christmas and the love of Christ bless your days with peace and happiness. Merry Christmas in Christ alone, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah.
So thank you so much, Sarah. A great nativity scene. Is that how you say it? Nativity?
Yes.
And one more from, and she was just in the chat. Christine Hickman. It was a great Christmas card. It says, Merry Christmas. May your Christmas hold more laughter, more joy, and more happy memories than ever before. The Hickmans 2019. Thank you so much. We got so many cards. I can't wait to they're not fitting in my binder, so I gotta either get new sleeves in it or do something with them because I really want to save them and welcome everything spicy. Yeah, so those are super great. So we have Disney coming up in a week.
I'm so excited.
And I was there a year ago this past week coming up because I did the Run Disney. So that starts my year in recap. And it was on January 9th. I started the trip solo. I started the trip because I wanted to do Run Disney and I couldn't wait. Nicole was so gracious enough to let me go by myself for the first 3 days. And I got to experience that race. And it was probably one of my best moments in Disney. Seeing the castle for the first time. I know I've said this a lot, but that run in that race in Epcot that early in the morning, seeing the sunrise was so amazing. And I'm so grateful that now Nicole and myself are both doing the race next week. So she's going to be able to experience it the same way I did. So that was like the highlight of my year. And I just saw a few more people. Avery, the Cuban American, what's going on? And Tammy Yabara, thank you for being here. That trip was awesome. And I wasn't even on YouTube yet. We would watch YouTube. We watch the Trackers and Resort TV 1. And I really didn't even know Resort TV 1 too well at that point, but we were watching them. And I went to Disney and not even, thinking about vlogging or anything at that point. Just it was I think my 7th trip at that point or 6th trip. And it was just another trip besides the race, which was great. I was there 3 days by myself, and then Nicole and PJ surprised me. Not surprised me, but PJ.
We surprised PJ.
We surprised. Yes.
He was sad that we were going. Well, you were.
Yes. Well, why don't you talk about that, because it was the morning of, and you woke him up, right?
Yeah, I woke him up at like 3 a.m. We had this first flight out of Boston. It was like a 5 a.m. flight, so my dad drove us to the airport. But I woke PJ up and like at 3 a.m. to go, and he was half out of it, but he was really excited to go. And that's when we were able to use our annual pass discount, and I got a really good deal at the Poly, so we got to stay there for just 3 nights. But
Zippity do for a welcome.
It was awesome.
Yeah, and I remember, so I was there before you guys, and I was sitting upstairs at the Polynesian where the monorail goes by, and I was sitting by the window, and I saw them coming in, and I actually should post that on Instagram. I set up the camera because I knew at that point that PJ was going to run up and surprise me, so I set the camera up like on the angle of where he would be coming from, and just to see how cute he is when he tries to like sneak up on me because he knows he's going to surprise me, but he was still nervous about it, so he was like hesitant, and it was adorable. So that was definitely one of the most memorable trips. Not the most memorable trip. That is going to be coming up at the end of this year, which I will be getting to. But what else? What else from that trip? That was just a great trip. So we come home, and every time we come home from a Disney trip, we love it. We miss it so much that we go on YouTube. We don't watch anything but YouTube channels that are all related to Disney. That's okay. And we love it so much that I was like, "You okay?" That's all we did. That's all we did. And I said, you know what? I have so many videos from all these trips that, hey, let's start a YouTube channel. So February 16th, I decided to start my channel. And what's up, Thomas Robinson? I decided to start my channel on February 16th, and I didn't even realize this like community was out there. I didn't realize you could actually go in and watch a live stream and chat. We would only watch YouTube from our flat screen in our bedroom, so we never saw a chat. I didn't know really all these people existed. I started my channel, and actually I saved this real quick, and I want to show you guys. I started my channel, and then I did my very first super chat, and it was to Resort TV 1, and I saved it, and I thought it was the greatest thing ever. So I'm going to show you real quick. See if you can hear it.
And Avery before, and then we have another one. Zippity Doodad, get your popcorn ready. Movie night, yes. Oh, there, Texas Takes came up. So it was funny because they came in opposite order. But Zippity Doodad, yes, we will have our popcorn ready. And I love your name. Oh my goodness, such a great name. And thanks again.
And so that was my first super chat, and I said, wow, this Resort TV 1 just said my name. What the super chats are great. They can actually read what you write. And I just thought it was great. And then I was hooked. I was hooked on like, I was so happy with my name. And then like even Nick from Magical News Live, and everyone was just like, oh my God, it's such a great name. So I just started recording all these, every time someone said my name, I was like collecting all these, all these little clips that some of them are on my Instagram when I first started out. So it was awesome. Let me just go through the chat real quick. Did you see anyone new?
Mike Wheeler.
Mike
Captain
Wheels.
Akron.
Another highlight that I'm going to be talking about. Captain Akron 27. What's going on, guys? Thank you guys all for being here. I know I believe Resort TV 1 is going live at 6:00 again today at Epcot. So we'll be watching that along with other stuff we're doing.
Lori French. Hey, Lori.
What's up, Lori? So then Shep happened.
Tracy
G. Alex, what's going on? So I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but out of the Disney Net crew, me and Shep were the first relationship out of the four of us. We started talking through the Resort TV 1 chat. Then Shep hit me up on Instagram, which at first I thought it was a little weird. I said, some guy in the chat on Resort TV 1 has hit me up on Instagram.
Well, you guys are both from Massachusetts.
We were both from Massachusetts. No, don't get me wrong, Shep. You aren't that weirded. I haven't seen him in here yet. But it cracked me up. So we started talking, and we started building this great friendship. And he started introducing me to everyone, every single live stream. It was Disney World Adventures, and Steve was just starting out there too. And I would text him, or we would Instagram back and forth, and then exchange numbers. And we were texting. He would show me, like, I'm like, dude, I'm so bored. Is there another live stream? And he's like, well, Magical News Live's going live here. And he was just giving me all these people. And I'd see him in the chat, and we'd all say hi. And then I started seeing other names in the chat that were so familiar. I saw Donna Jawelski, which her picture is like this piece of lavender. And I'm like, oh, there's the lavender picture, or the lavender flower. I'm like, this lady is so nice. And I didn't know I didn't know her. I didn't know anyone. And LSU Mom was another one that I always saw in the chat. So then Shep and I, we were going over all these live streams, and him and I we were going to people's chats, but we were never on like this and never on YouTube. And we were following Chris from Disney World Adventures, and he would have these hangouts, and Steve was on it a lot, and him and Shep and I would be in the chat, and then Chris said, "Do you guys want to, you know, come on?" And I remember laying in bed, and I go, she was sleeping, and I go, I'm so nervous, and I'm like talking to Shep, I'm like, "Do you want to, you know, you go on?" And he ended up popping on, and then immediately I grabbed my headphones, ran down in the basement, and then I popped on. So now this is the first time we've met Steve, Shep, and I, and we've been in Steve's chats before, and he knew our names, but he never knew us, and it's hilarious because it was on April 10th on Disney World Adventures, Chris's live stream. If you go back and watch it, it's so funny how like Steve and I and Shep talk, because as soon as Shep went in, Steve met him for the first time through that chat. I mean, he knew the name from inside his chats, but actually like seeing us, and he was like, "Oh, hi, the Shep family," and then he was like, "Hi, Zippity Doodad," and it was hilarious. I watched it recently, and it is just a scream. So then we started becoming friends with Steve, and then I'm skipping ahead, but I'm gonna say that big pub talk with Rob Fuzz introduced me to Dave, and I'll get to that too, because that was really when things started escalating from there. So also my logo, I had my logo done from a girl in Chicago that we're friends with, who's an artist. I don't know, architect. No, she's not an architect, but she's like,
Not an architect.
She's not an architect.
She's like a computer design.
Yeah, she's into computer design. Gave me a bunch of different designs that she sketched out and came up with my logo. And then April 5th, my birthday came. We love you too, Steve. April 5th, my birthday came, and it was another race.
That was your solo trip.
That was my solo trip.
Your birthday gift.
My birthday gift, which was awesome. And it was kind of bittersweet. I was so excited. I wanted to do another Run Disney race. It was the half marathon that I did, the Star Wars one. I wasn't totally solo because I did fly down with your aunt and uncle.
You did.
I did fly down with her aunt and uncle because they're just as Disney crazed as we are. Shelly Star Walker, what's going on? Paul McDonald, hey, what's up, guys? And so we get there, and I didn't spend they were a different resort than I was. I got to meet up with them for dinner a few times, and they did the race as well. So it was awesome doing, like, not being totally by myself, but still at this point, didn't know Donna. I didn't know really Johns. I was watching Resort TV 1, but I didn't know like the community yet, like I do now. So April 5th on my birthday was a Friday, tracked down Resort TV 1 at Hollywood Studios, and I got to meet Josh and Jenna, which I was super, super excited about. I bought them a Disney gift card, and I was like, here's a super chat that's not in the chat, but I wanted to give it to them live. And I go, can I get my picture with you guys? So I have my picture with them. And R. Johns takes our picture, and I didn't even know who R. Johns was. So when I watch the replay, I was cracking up because I think I shook R. Johns' hand, but it wasn't like the relationship now I have with R. Johns. And they were with Joey's World, which we had the same birthday, so it was his birthday as well. So I was talking to Joey a lot, and it was such a magical night. So I met them. I didn't want to like hang around, just real quick meet up. Then I take a bus over to Magic Kingdom for my very, very first live stream on my own, which was going to be through YouTube until at the very last minute. I think it was that weekend that they said they needed 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. I think and it was, I didn't realize this until about 34 minutes before I was going to go live. And Shep, my man Shep, was like, dude, you have to go on StreamYards, not StreamYards, because that's what we're on now. What was it before?
That was at Launch Bay, Christine.
Yeah, Streamlabs. So it was Streamlabs. He's like, download Streamlabs. And I was telling everyone back home, oh, I'm going to do Happily Ever After live. You guys got to come and see it. And I freaked. I go, I can't believe I'm not going to be live. I told everyone I'm going live. Shep's like, download Streamlabs. Help me out. It was like streaming for dummies. It was so easy to work and easy to use. And I have that. That was one of my first live streams, and it worked out so great. And that's when I got hooked. I went on the TTA afterwards with the live stream, and I loved interacting, talking to people. And I said, this is so cool. And that was just another memory of with Shep that I had that I didn't that I couldn't have done it without him. So that was super awesome. And real quick, I just want to go back to when I first started my channel on February 16th. I thought that I had like really cool I wanted to keep a library of all like my videos and everything with PJ because he's hilarious. And we put out the video. Remember the first video I put out? It was PJ's first trip to Disney, and there was no B-roll, which I didn't know what B-roll was until I met Brandy and Dave. It was no music, no intro, no nothing, no thumbnail. There's still, I don't think, a thumbnail. And I put it out, and we just sat on the bedroom and watched it. And PJ was like, "Oh my God, Dad, you're on YouTube!" And it was so great. And everyone's like, "Oh, you'll go back and remember your first video as being like the worst, and where you go and where you'll build and grow from. You'll laugh about it." And at the time, I'm like, "No way! This video, it's 1 minute and 50 seconds. This is so great. I can't top this. This is so great." And it was vertical instead of horizontal. It was really wasn't that. It was cute, but it really was just like so terrible from where I've come to now. But when I started, I have to read this comment, and it was when I really realize how like this community was. And it was the first sweetest comment from Drea. I didn't see Drea in the chat, but Andrea Houston, she said, and this was when this was my 4th video out, because I put them out real quick, and it was PJ meeting all Disney characters. It was all his meet and greets. It was my first pretty decent one. And she said, "I waited until my husband came home tonight to watch this video." Oh, Thomas Robinson, thank you so much.
Thank you, Thomas.
Keep it up. I really appreciate that, buddy. Thank you so much. And she said, "I waited for my husband to come. I waited for my husband. I'm sorry. This is great. I waited until my husband came home tonight to watch this video together. PJ has stolen our hearts. The R of a child is so perfect. So what Disney is all about. Letting them enjoy the innocence for as long as they can." She goes on to say how she has grandchildren, and she says, "The joy we get from our children, and now their children is beyond priceless. Your son is so adorable, and his love for Disney is evident in these videos. My opinion, you're both the best parents in the world to PJ. Bless you all." And
Thanks,
that
Drea.
was 9 months ago, Drea. And I hope you watch the replay, because when I showed you, I remember showing you the comment, and I was like, Disney people are so nice.
I know.
It was just,
she's always around still, and
she
everyone
still is.
chats, and she's so kind, and we love you, Drea. Thank you.
I just got to do this quick text real quick. Talk to the chat.
Hi guys. I hope you all have a happy new year, and looking forward to 2020.
I know.
We can't wait.
I know.
I don't know what can top 2019, but
I know. So let's get back to this April 5th trip. So the half marathon was amazing.
Donna's here.
Donna, what's going on, Donna? And look, she still has like that lavender flower.
It's not a lavender.
I don't know what it is, but it's a great flower, Donna. And I'm
forgetting the name of it, but we have 2 of them right out front. It's not a hibiscus. It's not lavender. It's oh my gosh.
Someone in the chat will
I'm the
say
worst. I should know, but I don't.
But I was saying, Donna, how from the start, I always saw your name in the chat back when I started my channel on February 16th. And you and LSU Mom were 2 that I always saw in every chat. And I always saw that flower. That flower would pop up, and I'm like, there's Donna. So the April trip, I'm by myself. That's when I first decided.
Hydrangea.
Hydrangea. Thanks, Jimmy. That was the trip that I decided to actually like really take vlogging seriously. I vlogged staying at the All-Star movies, doing a resort tour with the room tour, because they just transformed the rooms over. They did a refurbishment, just like Pop, which we love Pop, but All-Star movies, some of them were refurbished. And when I went and booked my room, I said, I'm a YouTuber and I'm doing a review on the new refurbished rooms. Is there any way I can request one? And sure enough, I got it. I had like 55 subscribers at that point. And they ended up hooking me up. So I got to do their resort tour. And it's actually my biggest viewed video of all my videos. But then I went and did Splash Mountain, which really became a hit with a lot of people saying how good it was. And it really boosted my confidence up with this vlogging. And I loved doing B-roll. That's where I was doing the B-roll, and that's when Dave was like, "Oh my God, you B-roll in that Splash Mountain." Had to Google what B-roll was. Didn't know, and I'm like, "Yeah, I enjoy B-rolling." And it was that trip that I did a lot of content, and then I was putting it out, and I fell in love, and I to this day is like I love live streams, but trying to edit a vlog is like my favorite. So this trip, I'm gonna jam pack a lot of vlogs in, and I hope you guys like them. So what else? And that was it. That was it for April 5th. So then I come home, and that's when April 10th was when we were in the first chat together. I was talking about me and Shep. And actually, Steve, you're in here, right, buddy? Fun fact, because you guys know how I keep my my books with when I hit my first 100 subscribers, who made me mods, and all these special things. Corey from Resort TV 1, Steve, made me a mod before you, if you can believe it or not. On April 26th, Corey made me a mod. April 29th, Steve made me a mod. Steve. So just to let you know, that's a fun fact, a little hidden gem there. B-roll is sushi. What's up, Mike Riley? So it was kind of funny when I was going through that. And what was so May 3rd happened. May 3rd was when I was at PJ's flag football game, and Rob asked me to come on this mega hangout with him. And it was I think there was 20 of us on there. And that's the first time I saw Dave from Brandy Dave, which I've told Dave before. Before that live stream, we watched some of his videos. We watched him and Brandy and Dawson and Gigi pick elevators on which elevator was going to open up first. What's up, R. Johns? And
Hey, Michael. Hi, R. Johns.
Yeah, no PJ Mike. He's playing video games, and we're going to be going out. So we're just letting him do his thing. But he might pop on. I'll try to get him up here before the stream's over. So the mega hangout. So I left before PJ's game ended because I had to come home and get things set up because I had no clue what I was doing. And
Yes.
I had no idea. And so it was great. I mean, I barely talked because there's 20 people in the chat. That's when it was hangouts, and you could have as many people as you wanted. And Corey jumped on. He was away, but he jumped on. Meg was the only girl. That's when PJ had the famous PJ get me a beer because I didn't know how to mute things. But Dave was on, Steve was on. There was just so many people on, and just shortly after that is when This and That started happening. And I know our first This and That episode was episode 30, but before that, I remember getting a call from Dave, and I ran into this room where I am now.
You said episode 30. It's May 30th.
May 30th. First episode of This and That was May 30th. But a couple weeks before that, I remember talking with Dave. He called me up, and I'm like, oh my God, Dave's calling me. And I talked to him for about 25 minutes, and he pumped me up so much about like my Splash Mountain video. And I was like, I wish that phone call was recorded because I've never had someone talk to me in such positivity.
You know, Dave's the best.
And Dave just
all your friends are.
Everyone is. Preston, what's going on?
Preston.
And it was just it was surreal. And I said, geez, this he's got so many great ideas. Dave's just got it all. And we were just talking forever. And that's when the friendship became with Dave and I. And then just the four of us just hit magic. We struck gold with just our relationships just mesh so well together, and it's not forced, and we're just we're having a blast now. We'll get all to the This and That chat tomorrow night, but I love the guys. They're amazing. So then I came home from my birthday trip, and I wasn't sad because we were going as a family, and like 3 weeks later we went. Kelly, what's up from Myers and the Mouse? What's up, buddy?
I don't know how that happened, how we booked so many, but
Donna.
Poor John.
Donna with
so
the
much.
$9.99 super chat. Johns, aka Tinker Johns, aka Richie, is driving us home in the Donna mobile, but he says to say hi. Love you, Patrick, Nicole, PJ. See you soon, chosen family. Donna,
Thank
we
you, Donna.
we love you.
We're so lucky to have met you. You are such a blessing to everyone, but especially us. So thank you for being you.
Yeah, Donna, you are. And speaking of the R. Johns, the Donna mobile, that's coming up. I kind of want to fast forward to our August trip, but we have a lot in between that I want to talk about as well. I don't want to miss out on so many great moments. But yeah, so I go April 5th for the run.
We're just so obsessed with Disney that I'm like, let's go as soon as we can get like great airfare and
yeah, we did it. We did every time.
And we don't spend a lot of money when we go, but now we don't have an annual pass anymore.
I
So
know.
we're realizing how expensive it really is to go. But
So I'm just gonna be the only one with an annual pass pretty soon.
we'll see about that. But 2019 was a year.
It was a year.
great
2018 was a great year
It
too, but
was.
2019 was the year that it was beyond Disney. It was YouTube too, and the two just went together, and the friendships. Well, Kelly from Eyes on the Mouse, and Kelly's going to be down there next week now as well.
Oh,
He just announced him and
awesome.
Mama Mouse. Just
Yay.
all the friendships through the whole entire chat.
Hey, Mama.
And I'll get to like Tracy and everyone else real soon. But yeah, so we go on this 3 weeks later. That's when the May trip hit, May 17th. We were at All Star Movies. All Star Movies.
In a refurbished room.
In a refurbished room. And it was great. And that's when we first started meeting the YouTubers. We met Meg and her mom, MickeysMagic, Meg, and her awesome mom. And we met them at Hollywood Studios.
Mm-hmm.
And she just got through, I think the night before, she was at a pin trading event with CORY and Haley, Fiasco. And CORY and Haley met us too. So she goes, because PJ was big into pin trading and knew about CORY. And we were just like, oh my gosh, it's going to be great meeting CORY Fiasco. It was great meeting Meg. And it was kind of funny because it was kind of odd meeting a YouTuber in a park. We were just kind of like, oh, but they were on the other side of the wall when we were texting her.
And here I am thinking like she might think my husband's creepy for wanting to meet.
Right, probably, right? And I'm like, hey, Nicole, I'm going to go meet this 24-year-old girl that I talked to on YouTube. It was definitely so weird. But as soon as we talked to them, it was just like instant like hugs.
I knew Meg from like just the chat.
Right, but
it
not
was so nice.
Yeah, and it was great. It was great meeting them. It was great meeting CORY and Haley. So we spent a couple hours on Pixar. Was it Pixar Place or with that new?
We went to Pixar Place where they're having all the Incredibles, and, which I don't even think is there anymore. But they had like an Incredibles dance party. They had a meet and greet with Edna Mode, and they also had some nice photo pass. Remember like all the photo pass pictures?
Yes,
we got?
yeah,
that was so fun.
We have a ton, and I'm trying to think of the one. Was that when we were joking? No, I don't think we were joking around. Did Meg's mom already call me son before that? I think she did.
Maybe.
Because I think I was holding a sign that said something about favorite son, not favorite son, but something. I'm going to have to go back and look and see if that was before that. Candy Mom 15, what's going on? So Shep, creepy Zip. Creepy Zip. Oh, yes. That was one of my main hashtags this year. Creepy Zip. That was great. So not only did we get to meet those awesome people, we end up going to the Typhoon Lagoon event, which was for pass holders only, which we probably won't do again because that was a train wreck with the buses. And
never again.
Yeah, it was just the worst. And that's when I met CORY from CORY Meets World for the first time. I left Nicole and PJ in the wave pool. And I'm messaging CORY on Instagram. We're going back and forth. And he's like, the line is ridiculous. He was way outside of the park. We got there kind of early.
We got there super early, so we didn't have a problem getting in, but
right.
It was a free event for pass holders, and like we're Platinum Plus pass holders, so we didn't have admission to the parks anyways, but this special pass holder event allowed us admission, and I think they like totally oversold the event because it was busier at the event than it was during the regular day.
Right.
And
yeah, we could get on slides during the day, which we didn't because we were waiting for the event to start.
To go down, and then we were waiting, and the lines only got longer. It was like an hour to ride.
We only did, I think, 2 or 3 slides. I think 2. That was it. But I waited. I was free, and I waited for CORY to come in there. And then Creepy Zip was in full effect because he was just standing there at the entrance waiting for this YouTuber that he's never met yet. And I have that video, too, that I've never even put a vlog with it. I said, CORY, can I just do an intro with you? And I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm Zip. I'm here with CORY Meets World. And he's like, what's up, guys? Like, we were best friends. It was like the first time we met. But I was a mod for him. And he knew me through the chat. And
he was a good sport.
He was a great sport. And I got to meet Stephanie for the first time. And from that moment to where we are now with CORY, we talk to CORY every day. And CORY is just one of the best, and with his whole family, and we can't thank him enough for all the support he's given us and building our channel, and the friendship is just beyond. And but yeah, so we went to that. We met CORY, and then right after that, we went to Raglan Road. We were missing Fast Pass. No, we missed the reservation.
We missed our dining reservation because the bus took like 2.5 hours to leave from the Typhoon Lagoon just to go next door to Disney Springs.
I know we could have walked there and it would have been
PJ's
quicker.
fallen asleep because our reservation was at 7. We didn't even get there till 9:30, and he was like sleeping in the booth.
Yeah, he was,
so
and we looked
tired.
like bad parents.
We looked like terrible
We
parents.
looked like terrible.
But I'm sure we're not the first one.
Oh,
in
definitely
Disney
not.
that kids is
But the food
sleeping
was
at
so
night.
good at Raglan Road.
We love it there.
We've been there, what, 2, 3, at least twice.
And real quick, sorry, I just want to say to Mama Mouse, thank you so much. You're so kind, and I love crafting, and I'm glad you liked your gift. I did see your live stream.
Yeah, we watched the replay. I don't know how we didn't. Well,
I did. Yeah, I saw the replay.
Yeah. Cricket Fox, what's up? Punch It, Zippy. Yep, that's it. I mean, we've come a long way with the Punch It. So yeah, and while we were waiting to be seated, Disney Dan was having his his 1 year anniversary of Disney Fiasco, which I was on the previous week, which was really cool. So, and that's another thing I was going to get to too. All of a sudden now I was joining, being guest on people's live streams. Disney Dan's, I think it was Fiasco 53 I was on. Then later on, Steve had me on, and Dole Whip Dad and Meg. And it's just been so awesome being like a special guest, which I don't think there's nothing special about me. I love doing what I'm doing, and I'm
Shep the Waxer.
Shep. What's that? What did he say? Who said? Oh, Shep the Waxer.
All marathon runners will need to be properly waxed before the race this spring.
Oh boy! All right, that's pretty good. So. Now I lost my train of thought. Where was I?
Sorry, I interrupted.
No, that's all right. The Shep the Waxer's got me. So Disney Fiasco. Yeah, I started jumping on live streams, which as guests, which was great. That's when it was kind of surreal. But so we saw. I was at Raglan Road for Disney Dan. I jumped on real quick, and it was great to say hi to him, and really everyone just embraced us as a community, and it was just like I said, surreal. But also on that trip, I wanted to point a few highlights out, which PJ never gets picked for anything. We go to magic shows and everything, and he raises his hand as high as he could, and you know how cute PJ is. He's just like,
and he wears his heart on his sleeve.
And he does.
So when he's not picked,
he's
super sad.
So sad, and like almost like the world is crumbling in front of him.
Only child syndrome.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know any other only child, so I wouldn't know.
You.
So we're at Beauty and the Beast for excuse me.
Excuse you.
Yeah, burp was sponsored by D&G Explorer. Sorry about that.
We were at Enchanted
Tales with Belle, and he gets picked to be the Beast, which I have a TikTok. I think it's on Instagram. Smile from ear to ear. And actually I got to be, what was I? I was one of the gods, right?
Yeah.
So I actually got to be a part of the show with PJ. It was just the happiest moment, one of the happiest moments on the trip.
I just
with
like
him.
shed a tear when he was dancing with Belle at the end, doing a little dance in the bow there.
Yep.
And you actually have a video.
Yeah, TikTok. Yep, I have a TikTok with it with
But
the
you
music.
did a vlog.
I did. Oh yeah, that's right. And I did a vlog of that too. That was the Be Our Guest in Enchanted Tales with Belle. And segue into that, we had an awesome morning at Be Our Guest.
We did.
Why don't you talk about how Nicole planned the perfect morning?
Yeah, if you guys don't know me, I'm a super planner. I like to try to plan our trips.
What's up, Joe?
Pretty much to the minute, but I'm okay if it doesn't happen that way. But I plan it that way just to try to get the most done every day. So we started off our morning with a reservation at Be Our Guest for breakfast before the park opened. And by doing that, you're already at the back of the park. So we did at 8:05 a.m. The park opens at 9. I pre-ordered the food at Be Our Guest. And by the way, it's not really worth it if you're not on the dining plan. So don't bother if you're not, because the entrees are $28 per adult. And it came out
PJ's
cold
picky. And PJ's a picky.
But anyways, if you want to get to the back of the park before it opens and get some rides in, then that's the way to go. So we're done eating by 8:45.
Sorry, real quick. Dougie, have a good night, buddy. Thanks for being here.
Thanks,
He's
Doug.
he's the one I have to fight for Ariel. Walter Grams. He's a huge Ariel fan. Actually, I might block him from the chat.
Stop.
I'm just kidding. Have a good night, Dougie. Happy New Year, buddy.
So after breakfast, we lined up for the mine train, and they start running that about 5 minutes at 9. So we rode it. Did we ride it twice that time or one? No.
We rode it once that trip.
Once
we
that
rode
trip.
it 9 times the trip before that you booked it.
So we rode that before 9 o'clock. Then we hit Peter Pan, Haunted Mansion.
Yeah. Splash
Mountain, Thunder Mountain, and then Pirates, maybe? I forget.
I don't know.
But we did all those rides in like under an hour and a half. We were done by like 10:30, and we had so much done without even using a fast pass.
And I actually vlogged it, but I didn't put it all together. I wasn't crazy about how the editing came out, but I might just throw it out there. Jimmy says, "Good to know." Yeah, and Jimmy's going in February as well.
I'll help you, Jimmy.
So that was awesome. You planned an unbelievable morning. We got a ton of rides that we wanted to get in. And what else? We also did the dessert party on that trip, which we loved.
We did.
And right after the dessert party, we got to meet Touring the Galaxy, John and Dana, which was surreal
they
as
met
well.
us coming off of a ride, and we're like,
Haunted Mansion.
They're like, let's go. We have a fast pass for you to do Mine Train.
Yeah, the park closed, and he goes, "Does PJ want to go on Mine Train?" And we're like, "Yeah."
It was about to close.
It was just about to close. And we're in the back of the park, and John, Dana, and the 3 of us got to ride it. It was actually down for a little bit. Remember, we were waiting about 15 minutes for a car to pull up because it went down, and we were like so bummed that we were like, "Oh my god, we're going to be able to go on the Mine Train with Touring the Galaxy," because we were following them on YouTube as well. So it wasn't even just like a quick meet and greet. We hung out with them after.
We got some great pictures.
We got great pictures with them. We walked out with them. I have a great little video of John getting down to like PJ's level and talking to him. And I mean, that was just another reason why that was a great trip with YouTubers, and that kind of like opened our eyes up to how awesome everyone was and how everyone down that lives in Disney is. And we didn't even get into our John's and Donner and really Resort TV One or anyone yet. And it was such a great trip. So then fast forward to, actually on that trip, real quick, May 21st, we did a giveaway. It was the last day I think we were there, or pretty close to the last day we were there. We did a giveaway. I forget what the giveaway was. It was for a pin. But
over in Epcot there?
Over in Epcot, we had PJ pull it. And I'm doing a live stream, and I'm walking around, and Shep's egging me on in the chat to go take a Beverly shot. And PJ's like, "I'll take a Beverly shot too." So we go over, and of course it was at 8:10. They closed at 8. Club Cool closed at 8. And then that's where the Beverly challenge actually started, because that's when we started talking about who could do the most shots of Beverly. And then it just blossomed there, where we all seemed to be going down for Galaxy's Edge. And then Corey, said, "Hey, let's do it as a charity." And then it just blossomed from there. But that moment when I couldn't get a shot of Beverly going through Club Cool when it was locked escalated. And Shep was the one that egged me on to do a shot. And I'm so glad it worked out the way it did, because we'll get to the Beverly Challenge in a minute. So then we come home. And then obviously Diz and That just blows up. And week after week, we're having amazing streams. The Toy Story one was just epic, and then it was just so much fun. And Shep lives in the same state, as you guys all know. We decided to do a sleepover meetup, and on July 25th, I left, and actually that's one of my favorite vlogs. If you guys want to watch that as well, I leave Nicole and PJ to travel to Shep's house, and I sleep over. And
that's your first sleepover you've had since we've been married, I think.
Yeah, I think so. It might have been the first sleepover. And it just Shep's like Steve said recently when he was just there. Him and his family, his wife and kids welcome you with open arms. It was like Shep and I were like brothers right away. Cooks a mean steak. We did our live stream. I did in that live stream, which was the Indiana Jones episode, which I don't think I knew, besides watching, I think the first episode or the first movie of Indiana Jones. I forgot everything. I didn't care about it. I was just winging it because I was there with Shep. It was so much fun. We went golfing the next day. We got paired up with a couple of these cops, retired cops, and they thought Shep and I were brothers or knew each other for our whole life. And it was like less than 24 hours that we actually met in person, and it was just a blast. And that was a nice little transition trip before our trip of a lifetime, August 24th, going to the Caribbean beach. And that was a trip that I think I don't know if any trip could ever be as memorable as that one. We met right away. This list is a mile long, by the way, guys. I'll try to get through it fairly quick. We met Steve right away at Epcot. Went over to Mexico and had dinner with Steve, Arjons, Donna, and Sam. We had a great time there. We ended up meeting Nick from Magical News Live right after. And we went and walked around Epcot. We saw the fireworks. Donna bought PJ a bubble maker that was an aerial one that I really, it's in my room now. Andrew Bidden, what's going on?
Sam's going to ride the Rise of Resistance.
Right now?
Fun.
Oh, Sam, have a blast. Oh my gosh. That's
We're
so
jealous.
great. I know. Well, a week and 2 days we'll be riding it. So that was great. And just meeting Steve was just amazing as well. It was like him and I were brothers, like the hugs and just the smiles. We just had so much fun, and it was nice to have a few days with Steve before the whole Disneyland crew came that trip. We got to hang out a lot, and we just had a blast. We went to watch Epcot fireworks. Epcot Forever. It was Epcot Forever.
No, it was
Illuminations.
Illuminations.
Sorry, guys.
The last time we saw it.
Yeah, that was the last time we saw it. And Steve was live streaming, and I gave him my gimbal because I wasn't using it, and Nick helped him set it up. So it was such a great night, and that was just one of many great nights.
Meeting you was the best too, Preston. I was just telling Patrick.
Yes, I got Preston on the list.
Perfect
He's
little
coming
gentleman
up.
you are. You are an amazing kid.
He is, and you're coming up quick, Preston. Then we go to the dessert party. I think it was the following day. With Donna, Arjons, and Sam and Steve.
Steve surprised us.
Surprised us with tickets for it. Very generous. Steve's the best. And right before the fireworks, we got to meet Prince Charming Dev and Kenzie Days at the same time. So that was when Steve and I had our moment where my whole thing when I started YouTube was I want to be in the parks one day and for someone kind of recognize us, be like, is that Zippity Doodad? Like Dave always says. And that's when we met Kenzie, and she was a fan, but her father was even a bigger fan. So she FaceTimed him, and that's when we got to meet Tracy, which later on after the dessert party with the fireworks, Tracy hung around after, and when it was over, we got to meet him and his lovely wife. And it was just another epic moment. And also that day we got to meet Kylo Paulo, another YouTuber, and Jojo from Jojo's World, the epic TikToker, which he's gotta hook me up because my videos aren't hitting like they should. Then we got to ride Donna's Mobile, the Donna Mobile. I got to wear Arjon's hat, which is pictures or vlogs out there of that. I thought that was just like the best thing ever, getting to wear Arjon's hat, because you open up Donna's Mobile in the back and it just automatically opens up. And is that Nicole? Yes, it is. And there's Arjon's hat, like perfectly manicured on this, like it has its own seat in the back seat. I was surprised the seatbelt wasn't like holding it tight, because it was just like angels came out and lights were shining and Arjon's hat was there. And it was just another surreal moment where I could be in Donna's Mobile with Arjon's hat. Then we get to go and meet, was it Tuesday night? No, Monday night, because it was Steve's live stream. We're on Steve's live stream, and we went over to the French Quarters where we met Walt and Melissa from Mouse Talk and had baguettes.
I was just reading what you wrote.
I wrote baguettes. I know it's beignets.
It's beignets.
Whatever. Beignets don't even sound good. Baguette sounds good.
No.
I'm gonna go have a baguette. I don't know about these beignets, but they were delicious. And I brought you back some because you weren't there. You and
Yes,
PJ.
thank you.
That was when we were eating with Steve at the horseshoe in Magic Kingdom with
the
that
diamond horseshoe.
the diamond horseshoe where that huge lightning
Crazy
storm. We thought we were going to be stuck there all night, and Steve was supposed to be going live, and the lightning that was coming down outside in the torrential rain.
We didn't even want to leave.
We didn't know how we were going to get out of the park.
But then it just kind of opened up.
Oh, that was the night with my umbrella. Remember the umbrella? So I'm like, oh, my umbrella's broke, and I'm holding it like this. I didn't realize the whole time leaving the back of Magic Kingdom, and then when we get outside to the buses, Steve, you remember this? I'm holding it up because I go, I can't believe this umbrella broke. I didn't realize there was a button on it, so I pressed the button, and the umbrella opened up.
Welcome to my life, guys.
That was great. So then we leave there, and it was just Nicole not sacrificed, but she was so like 100% on that trip.
That was a working trip for me. So you got to have fun. I had to work a lot because I work in real estate. It's really busy in the summer months, and
the power went out. You're right, Steve. I remember that
a lot. And so, yeah, of course, I'll let you do your thing. And I got to be in Florida working, so it's fine.
It was but it was at night, and she let me go with Steve to go and to meet Walt and Melissa, which they're just the sweetest couple.
They are.
I love them so much, and that was just another special night. And so from there, we the next day we went to Hollywood Studios, and that's when we rode Tower of Terror with Walt. And that's when Pete McDevitt and Preston showed up. And I'm telling you, the best father. I mean, me and PJ make a good father-son duel, but we can't hold the candle to Pete and Preston. They're just like, I could shed a tear for them right now. That's how much they have such a special place in our heart. Not just on that trip. Pete reached out to me a bunch of times before that because actually our May trip, we were supposed to meet Donna. We kept missing Donna. We were going to meet Donna on our May trip, but we kept missing her, and then her and Adrian's was at Hollywood Studios on that trip the same time we were, and I didn't check Twitter, and she messaged me on Twitter, and I missed it, and I was so bummed out. But Pete and Dev we were supposed to meet up with them, and we didn't. And then later on, Pete reached out to me a few weeks later and had just the nicest conversation with him on how he felt so bad that we didn't get to meet. I mean, the guy is just unbelievable. We love Pete so much, and he's so generous. And I think when we were at Galaxy's Edge this last trip, he went with Dev and Preston to go get merchandise and picked up a pin for me that I really wanted because actually the pins are over there. I got to hang them back up. That had the date of Galaxy's Edge on it, and I really, really wanted it. He got it for me and would not take any money for it. He says, consider it like a super chat. And just the guy is just amazing. So hearts for Pete and Preston. We love you, Preston. And Preston he brought a baseball. Like Steve made the awesome. Let me see it. Is it in there? It's in one. Sorry guys. It's in one of those. There it is, right there. So on that trip, Steve made these awesome. And I haven't put the pictures in it yet, but it's all the YouTube is. I got all these autographs. Preston comes and he has a baseball, like he's meeting like baseball superheroes, and had all the YouTubers sign it. And he gave it to PJ, and PJ signed it. And I think that made like PJ's whole entire trip.
He was so excited to sign that for you, Preston.
Yeah.
And he kept talking about it for days after. So thank you for making him feel so special.
Seriously. And what a gentleman. Like Preston. He was amazing because the Halloween party, which I'm getting to the following night, Preston let PJ ride with Prince Charming Dev on the mine train because PJ loves Dev just so much, and Preston was downgraded. He had to ride with me in the back of with and Dev and PJ.
But you know what? He didn't complain. He didn't complain.
He's such a solid kid, and he got to ride the mine train with Dev next. But Haunted Mansion. But it was just Preston's such a classy class. I don't know how old he is. I think 12, 13. But he's like 25. He's very well spoken, and just the manners, and he gets it from his parents, obviously. But that was it's in a frame now. That's so great. Preston, send me a picture of that. I would love to see that. yeah, so meeting Preston and doing that whole day, and actually seeing Walt on Terra conquer that, which is another vlog I have to edit. Steve went live with that, which was great, and I was on the other side, and that was awesome. Walt did a great job. That was so much fun. And then the epic party, which I was just talking about, where we got to meet Dev and Preston and got to ride some rides. Right before we met Preston, though, and Dev and Pete, remember what happened? It's on my notes. We go to my favorite. Well, I'm not Unico, sorry.
Yeah.
my girl Ariel, which Donna, I have to put yours up too. I got to rearrange this whole thing. I think I'm gonna paint this room, have some blue in it or something, so it's like under the sea.
First, you have to fix all the holes in the wall before you paint it.
Yeah, I'll do that. Thank God you guys can't see it. I hope you can. But we go to the meet and greet, and I'm vlogging the whole thing. I'm putting the camera down on the tripod to get in, and Ariel says, "Zippity doodad," and I wasn't wearing a zip shirt or anything. It was just we walked in.
And I heard it,
and she heard it.
Did she just say that?
And then we rewound the tape. Rewound the tape. We moved the video back, and she did say it, and I was like, that was like beyond excited. If there was any character or any princess or anybody to meet me at a park,
that was your moment.
That was my moment. That was my there it is, guys. My 2019 moment was that. That was couldn't top it. And then, I mean, real quick we're almost at an hour. It's crazy. Then the Beverly Challenge happened.
You hit an Ariel in your painting?
Oh yeah. Who said that?
Stacy.
So yeah, so there's see, there's her fin, and there's her.
Oh wow!
Thanks, Stacy. Oh, and then Must Do Stacy happened too, but we'll talk about that on Diz and That. That was a Diz and That episode. And then like tomorrow night we'll be talking about the Beverly Challenge. That was just beyond epic with the way actually the hurricane, the way everything fell into play there was amazing. The soft opening. Hold on one second. Let me just 1 second, guys.
Rewound the tape. I bet. Does Preston even know what a tape is? A VCR?
Yeah, right. Yeah, rewound the tape there. But then the soft opening happened that trip. Sure, we'll talk about that tomorrow night. So I don't want to talk about too much. Jelly rolls and meeting. That's when we met Disney Dan for the first time. With Meg. We met them all together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hang on 1 second. Let's put on. Sorry, guys, bear with me real quick. You want to take a set? Is that Steve from Steve's World?
Is that Zip from Zippity Doodad? And Nicole's the better half of this group over here.
I've been seeing that in the chat a couple of times. She definitely is, and I'm so happy she joined me on this because this trip this year wouldn't have been anything without her and the way she
absolutely
she let me I don't know the words, but just
she sacrificed.
She sacrificed. Perfect. Thanks, Steve. That's why I just clicked on you. She sacrificed to her. For me to have such a wonderful trip, and love you, babe. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And yeah, so I was getting to the part where I think we're going to be talking more about it tomorrow night with Jelly Rolls and the soft opening and the Beverly Challenge and all those great moments that made up 2019. Is that Dave from Brandy and Dave?
Is that the husband of Nicole from Zippity Doodad?
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Nicole. Hi, Zip. Hi, Steven.
Happy
What's
New
up,
Year.
guys? Yeah, Happy New
Year.
Year.
We should start calling him Mr. Zippity Doo Mom.
Mr. Zippity Doo Mom.
Thank you guys for popping on. I won't keep you guys long, but just besides talking to you guys in the chat, I just you guys mean the world to me. This year was just one of the best years of my life, and I owe it all to you guys in this community. I mean, we're going to talk about it tomorrow night. I've said it a bunch of times, but a little bit of a love fest for the end of Zippity Doodad's 2019 stream. You guys,
Yes.
you guys just, I think we've talked every day since I don't know, end of April, beginning of May, and there hasn't been a day that has gone by without talking to you guys.
100% true.
You're welcome, Stacy.
What's Stacy saying?
She said thank you for sharing your husband with us.
Thank you, Stacy. So happy New Year, guys. You got any plans tonight?
Well, thank you, Donna.
Watch Resort TV 1.
Yeah, I cleared my schedule for you, so.
Oh, we just
Hello,
lost him.
goodbye.
We lost Shep. I think he went sideways.
That was a teaser.
Teaser trailer.
Yeah. Resort TV 1's going live, in 25 minutes?
6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
You guys, thank you. All these hearts in the chat for me.
This is great.
I do have to put up with you.
It's true.
Yeah, Nicole is definitely the best. And actually, when I went out there to visit, she made the stay way above and beyond anything she was supposed to do. So that was awesome.
Shep, what's up, buddy?
Hey, it's Shirpity Doodad.
What do you got there?
Real quick and say hi, but we
Is
got
that Cash?
very cranky. No,
Delaney.
Delaney.
Hi, Delaney.
Everyone's very cranky, so I just want to say hi real quick.
Happy New Year, guys.
All heck breaks loose.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year,
buddy.
Love you,
Sure.
buddy.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you, bro.
Bye. That was nice.
We're all cranky here too, though. So I mean, they could have stayed.
I can be cranky if people want me to be.
No.
Okay.
I'm finishing up. I'm clicking on the last one right now. I'm now officially COPPA compliant.
Oh, all right. Nice.
I just went through 228 odd videos.
I think I did that last month. I should double check, but I think I'm good.
I guess technically now that I say that, I am kind of cranky today because I've already told Dave this. You guys know what happened with the website that's supposed to come out.
What happened?
It's not done. I'm trying.
That's okay. No worries, man. We'll put it on next week or whenever it happens. It happens.
We'll get it out there.
Where we at with the website?
Where are we at with the budget?
I just spent the last month working on it, and
I can't believe that. That's the killer right there.
That's the killer.
So guys, why I got you here, I want to know what was 2019. What was your favorite Zippity Doodad moment?
I remember mine easily. Well, I remember the most special moment, maybe not my favorite.
Yep. See, I didn't finish out the year yet, Steve. You were next up after we traded pins with Disney Dan and Meg at Epcot. But then we come home, and before we go back to Disney, which is in a week, we get to see you, buddy. And that was another.
That's my favorite moment. The most special moment, I guess, was the first time I watched you come around the wall underneath Stage So, and I was like, oh my God, he's real,
You were so much taller than I expected you to be.
I know.
So
I think it was the slides.
It's what it was. They elevated me, platform slides, Look, I tried to tell people, they didn't listen. I tried to tell people I was going to win the Beverly Challenge. They didn't listen,
I believed you. I was the only one.
People should just listen.
I know. And that's why I didn't want to get too much into that trip with because I know we're gonna bring everything up tomorrow night. I don't want to be repetitive. But so Dave, what was your favorite Zippity Doodad moment?
Wow, this one's tough, man. There's so many.
And in the chat, if you guys want to say your favorite zip moment, it could have been my zip slip from the Best Buy.
Which if you're gonna go by this list, there could be 7 or 8 different zip slips.
There could have been Must Do Stacy's comment.
So Must Do Stacy is up there for sure. My favorite Nicole comment ever was, "Is that why you wanted me to dye my hair?"
Which is still brunette. I don't know if you guys can see, but
the brunette.
Preston, same here, buddy.
The brunette. But I would have to say, and this is completely hashtag what's on topic, but off the beaten path. When we looked at each other at the same time outside of Galaxy's Edge on our soft opening day, and we're like, "Is that one thing?"
Yep.
Is that Wu-Tang? And we're both like, Wu-Tang? Wu-Tang? Yeah.
The
Cash rules everything around me.
the first of 8 times that we heard it.
Yeah, I know. How long is that loop? Well, it's actually 47 and a half minutes, Zip.
Oh my god, we heard it way too many times. But it made me happy every time we heard it.
Oh yeah, it was fun. It was fun. There's too many to list.
Yeah, I know.
I wasn't prepared. I wasn't asked to do homework for this. But those are obviously the ones off the top of my head. Tracy
says meet and Zip, Nicole, and PJ at Hollywood Studios. Thanks, Tracy. Pam's Pam says all the Zip slips. I believe I only have one on record. Dave has 2.
I have 2.
Steve and Shep are saints.
I believe you got more than one.
No. On actual Dis and That streams.
On Dis and That streams. I had the Best Buy. Dave has 2.
I have 2. But overall,
you guys are even 2-2 on Dis and That.
No.
Oh, you know what? I did on Paint Night. I said,
yeah,
you're right.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
right.
tied at 2.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry.
And we're only talking about on Dis and That streams, though.
Right.
Outside of that, he is the king of zip slips.
2-2. I mean, that's why it works just so great with you guys. You guys kind of look alike. It's 2-2 in the zip slip.
Where's my glasses?
I mean, when we redid the thing, you guys were like perfect for each other. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that was cool. That was hilarious.
And I can't believe. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good.
We're good. I was just gonna say that was one of my favorite episodes. Our roasting of each other was
a lot of fun.
Stellar.
That was.
Is that Brandy and Dave sitting like
this one right here?
That right there. I see a shoulder.
It is. She's trying to blend in.
Brandy.
Hi, Brandy.
Hi, Brandy. Oh, and then Sis and That happened this year too. Episode 1 of Sis and That.
Episode 1 of Sis and That. We've obviously done more than one. We need to do more than one.
I know. It's just like my episode 1 of
Zip Tips.
Zip Tips with Nicole.
Zip Tips.
That just happened once, but that's okay.
Hey,
all right.
Start. Doesn't have to be every week.
We'll do one a year. We'll do Zip Tips 1 a year.
Coming 2020.
Zip Tip 2.0.
Every February 29th.
You getting your headphones or are you leaving?
So I actually have to start getting ready to
we gotta leave soon anyway.
House, so I'm gonna get everything together. I'm gonna hop off, but
thanks for being here, babe.
So nice to see you guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Nicole.
Love all you guys in the chat. Thank you so much for just being you. I don't know what we'd do without this Disney community. It really changed our lives around, and you guys are just so great. So thank you.
You're fantastic too, Nicole. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Hold on.
Oh, that's yucky.
I'll be off in a minute. Yeah, we were supposed to be at my in-laws 12 minutes ago.
42 minutes later.
12 minutes ago. But yeah, so real quick, guys, this was, I know we're gonna talk about it tomorrow. This was such a great year in so many ways, just from where we've come from our very first stream, not just with this and that, but like when Steve and I were first in the basement. When I was in the basement with my phone, like up close with my big grizzly beard, and Steve was a little nervous about me. From where we are now, it's just been such a great year. I can't, besides PJ being born and getting married and all those special things. This year was definitely probably one of the best of my life.
Well, it's by far the best of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't have kids. I'm not married, so I don't have those big things to deal with. I mean, you get nieces and nephews and all that stuff. That's always fun. But as a personal level, for the things that we've been able to go, just for what it's done for me and my personality and who I am, coming out of a shell type thing, this is easily the best year of my life. And obviously, you guys are a big part of that. So, I mean, I'm making life-altering plans and choices based on the fact that we met. So, it's pretty fun. And
love it.
And I couldn't dress up in costume and get away with it otherwise.
Yeah, seriously, and I'm really looking forward to tomorrow night because I know we have so much to talk about. It's been such a great year, and I don't want to take away from tomorrow. But Dawson, what's up, player?
They say hello. Are you saying hello, or are you just sitting here?
Hi.
She playing Minecraft.
He's playing Roblox. He's been playing Roblox all day.
And I'm slacking on the banners. I should have been having the
all day.
He said
all day.
I should have been having the this and that episode banner up for tomorrow night through the stream, but you guys, I know everyone in the chat already knows. Tomorrow night, this and that, our first inaugural episode 31-1. Oh, is it 32-1?
Can I have another one?
32.
Can I have one?
It's 32.
32.
Yeah, we had a half stream back in the day, if you remember correctly. That was one of my favorites too.
With the kid.
When the kids were all there and being you guys, I thought that was pretty fun.
Oh my god, that was great. We have to do that again. I know the kids had a great time. We'll have to get PJ to say zip slip so it's not kid friendly. And
Wow.
he could be like his dad. But no, just kidding.
Marked not for kids.
Not for kids. We have to do something like BC and AD with our this and that. This is like episode 1, but not really.
It can be episode 1.
Yeah. No, we've had too many good ones for
I know
not to count. So
I know.
So guys, tomorrow night, this and that, 9 p.m. on the This and That channel. I'm excited. I know you guys are excited. We have a lot in store for you for 2020, and not just Disney stuff, guys. We have some great things planned and pretty close in the near future. So turn on notifications, do all the fun things. Make sure you don't miss anything from any one of us, especially This and That.
All the fun things.
All the fun things. Hashtag Steven's World.
Hashtag Steven's
Hotly
World.
all things fun.
Gotta change it. It's getting changed. Probably
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's too late.
Too late. Doesn't matter.
You can't put
episode
toothpaste
1
back in the toothpaste.
Well, after tomorrow, I got to change it anyways because, yeah. Episode 132.
It's point
1.32.
Season 2, episode 1.
Season 2, episode 1.
I like season 2, episode 1.
That's pretty good. Mandalorian.
Yeah. Yeah, we can. Baby Yoda.
Seriously. But you guys have anything you want to say before we go? Because I got to bounce myself.
Just Happy New Year, man.
Yeah, Happy New Year, guys. Hey, maybe you guys maybe want to go live after midnight tonight.
Like
yeah.
live, or
yeah,
just
go live.
get on.
We might go live.
We might go live.
Let's go live later on. I might be back on my channel, guys. I might send it out. Maybe if Nicole falls asleep before midnight, you guys.
I was just gonna say,
gotta wake her up if she falls asleep before midnight.
put your foot down. I put odds out on when Brandy's gonna fall asleep. Check out Twitter and Instagram.
Right.
I got a bookie up here.
Did you see my odds? It was -1,000. That will be live at 12:01.
No. Did you add that?
I did. On
I've been copying.
Thank you, Cricket Fox, and you guys, everyone in the chat. Happy New Year. 2020 is going to be great. I don't know how we can top 2019, but 2020 is going to be amazing. I just know it, and maybe we'll see you in a few hours. Who could know?
Where are we at with the budget?
Where we at? Thank you guys. If we don't, what's up?
I was just gonna say, why not kick off the year at 12:01 with?
Yeah, we'll have a pre This and That stream.
It's This and That day.
It's This and That day. Open it This and That day. We'll do it on the This and That channel.
It's a promotional This and That, This and Thatting.
Tracy says Billy will be out by 9:30.
That's fine.
That's what we need. We need a running. Okay, so yes, we need a running spot where everyone can post what time their significant other fell asleep.
Let's do it.
So on Twitter or something. Hashtag something. Dawson, I need that. Thank you. We got to figure it out. So,
all right, guys. I love you. Love all of you. Zippity Doo Dad 2020. Thank you for 2019. Happy New Year, guys. And we'll see you later on. Maybe.
Perhaps.
Maybe.